Hey y'all, it's Shelly. So this is my first face video. Um, so I've been saying that I wanted to come and tell y'all a little bit about what's been going on with me. I kind of disappeared for a little while, and so I've had some big changes in my life. A few years ago, my mom got really sick. I basically lived with my mom and dad and worked from home and took care of my mom. And then one day, one of my friends, she said, I want us to do something together to get us both back in the dating scene. I had been happily single for, I don't know, years at the time. I don't know an exact time frame, but for a long time, and was happily single. But my friend was struggling with, going through a divorce, but her marriage had been over for a long time. So she lived in Florida, I lived in Alabama. I couldn't be with her all the time to help her through what she was going through. So my compromise with her was to do something to get us both on the dating scene. She wanted me to do speed dating. I said no, I'm not that kind of, dater. I didn't want to be dating at all anyways. But, I was going through a lot with my mom. I was covering my job and I was covering my mom's job. And a lot of the times my job was 12 hours a day, if not longer. And so our compromise was she says she'll set me up on a dating site. I reluctantly agreed because I thought, this is actually pretty perfect. I don't ever have to really meet anyone or really go on any dates. So I continued with that, and I'm sorry if you hear something in the background, it's my dog. But continued with that. I did a paid membership, everything, so she would think that I was serious. And she, would send me guys at times and say, oh, check out this guy or whatever, and then there was one guy that I actually tried to conversate with. He was very close to me in Georgia. And then, she's like, okay, I give up. You're hopeless. She had went on a speed date and she had met someone so in her town that she was meeting regularly, going out with. So she was happy with that, and I was happy with that. So then one day, I get a message, and it's that someone has liked my profile. I go, and my profile was pretty detailed because my friend pretty much wrote it for me. I go over to look. The guy doesn't have hardly any information. Um, he's just kind of looking for someone to talk to, and he's from Australia. So I gave him a like back. We started talking through emails, became really good friends, and after that, he wanted to start talking on the phone. Scary for me, because I'm very, I'd been through 2 bad relationships and that was enough for me. So, but I did it anyway because he seemed like he was a really good guy, and wasn't really that serious about a relationship, just wanted to talk and be friends. So we started talking on the phone, and then we started emailing pages and pages and pages of emails and hours of phone calls, and then we started video chatting, and it was an every weekend thing. It's very hard to do it, video chatting every day when you're on different time zones. So not long after all of that had happened, he tells me he thinks he loves me. Scary for me again. And it just happened from there. We met in person a few times. He did all the traveling to the US. We tried to do Hawaii, but didn't work out. He did all the traveling to the US and met some of my family. In the end, met my dad, asked my dad, you know, can I marry your daughter, take her to the other side of the world, all that. And that was pretty much the deal at the time, was I would have to come here, because, which is Australia, because he couldn't really see leaving his stable job and income that he was getting. So I came here, and I've almost been here a year. It's been, you know, very challenging, but very rewarding at the same time. I had never been on an airplane. Scary, especially for our first trip. We flew from, I'm from close to Chattanooga, Tennessee, but from Alabama. So Chattanooga, Tennessee was the closest airport for me. We flew from Chattanooga to Atlanta, from Atlanta to LA, from LA to Sydney, and it was crazy. But, you know, my life has basically been turned upside down. I was, you know, kind of in a weight loss journey when everything started with my mom. I was eating, you know, basically whole foods. I wasn't eating anything packaged. You know, it kind of shocked me into reality seeing what my mom was going through. And, you know, everything that my mom went through also took a toll on me in the opposite way, where I would kind of binge, and I would lose and I would gain, and I would lose and I would gain, and then, you know, so it's just been everything. It's been, you know, weight loss that I've struggled with all my life. It's been finding a man that loves me the way I am and accepts me the way I am, and most of the time. And, you know, moving to the other side of the world and working through all of our differences, because we are very different. I'm more quiet and he's more outgoing. He's a drinker. I'm not. You know, I mean, not to the extent that he is and that most people are here. You know, most people here drink a lot more. I'm a Southern girl. I'm from the South, where, you know, you get up, you go to church, you listen to your mama, and you're not rebellious, I guess. Well, you are rebellious, but I've never had that rebellious time in my life, I guess. So it's just been a lot of change, and I'm pretty much rambling when I'm telling you all of this, but I wanted to let everyone know, because there are quite a few people with which I did swaps and I talked to all the time, and I tried to keep in contact with them. A lot of those people aren't even on YouTube anymore, which is really sad for me, because I don't even have a way to get in contact with a lot of them. But a few of them are. A few of you have reached out to me, and I appreciate that so much. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you probably saw my wedding photos. I think I kind of skipped, you know, the proposal and all of that and went straight to we're married. But we got married August 15th in Australia, in the town that we live in now, which is a little beachside town. And I think I can say it because I don't think anyone can come find me, but I don't know. The name of the town is Copacabana, and we love it here. It's a very small, you know, community, and we've since got a dog. We would love to have kids, but, you know, working on issues, things that need to change before we can do that, and just, you know, living our life and adjusting to each other, you know. I came from being single, he came from being in a relationship, and having someone, you know the ins and outs of him, and you know, while we communicated for 2 years and saw each other, you still don't know everything about each other. And then when you start living together, it's even different, you know. And but I think that we've done very well. You know, I know there's like a statistic where international marriages, there's only like a 20% success rate, which is very scary to me as well, because I've already been married once and cheated on, and you know, um, yeah. So I really don't know if I've explained anything to you very well. I've tried, and I wanted to do this video because I've had so many people ask and wonder what's going on, what's happening, how did you get there, why are you there, you know. And so you know, I just wanted everyone to know. And I'm in a beautiful house by the beach. It's a big house, and I have my own craft room. I'm sitting in my craft room right now, and at some point very soon I'm going to do a video and show you my beautiful craft room. And I've never really had just a craft room per se. I've shared with the kitchen, I've shared with the, you know, the guest bedroom and all of that in my previous places, and just basically had, you know, like Rubbermaid containers and things like that. But so it's a very exciting time in my life. Some days are very tough because my family's still back in the US and my mom is still very sick and has just been in and out of the hospital 4 times. And you know, it's tough, but I do have, you know, a lot of support here. Brendan's sisters and mom and stepdad are some of the best people I've ever met. And Brendan is very supportive as well, and about, you know, my parents and my family life and missing them and all of that. So yeah, if you have anything that you want to know that I didn't say or I didn't discuss, just, you know, ask. You can send me a private message. You can look me up on Facebook. You can, you know, whatever. You can comment on this video, you know, if there's something you want to know. And if you're someone who has stuck by and, you know, still looking for my videos, wanting to know where I'm being, thank you so much. Thank you for caring. Thank you for asking. Thank you for reaching out. The ones of you that have, and the ones who have always been there and who've been knowing what's going on through this journey, thank you. Because I found out since moving here that you kind of lose some friends because, you know, you're in a different country and maybe you can't send them things like you were before, and you know, they become harder and harder to get in contact with. And you know, it just makes you wonder, like, are they really, you know, that good of a friend? I would have to say that the one person, crafty friend related, that has always kept in contact with me weekly, is talking to me, and maybe craft related, it may not be, is Monica, who is Scrapping for Your Boys here on YouTube. And Monica, if you watch this, thank you so much. You've been there, like, to talk to me when, you know, some not very good times have been happening since I've been here. And I appreciate that so much. And you know, I love you. I don't know what I would have done at times when I've just vented to you if, you know, I didn't have someone like that to vent to, because you're always there, you're always available. And you know, that you're the only one that has continued that supportive friendship since I've been here, out of all my crafty friends. Now I've had other people who are still supportive and we're still friends, but Monica has been there every step of the way. you know, every week we're talking every, you know, a lot of times every day. So just thanks to Monica for that, and thanks to everybody else who's asked and who cares and who wanted to know. And I know I've done like a few haul videos, and I have like 2 more to upload. But I am crafting, and some of the things that I've been working on I can't really share with you because I'm sending them to someone, so I don't want to share them until they receive them. And you know, I've got several things planned that I'm working on as well. So yeah, just keep watching, and you know, if you ever need, just want to put it out there, if you're one of my subscribers and we've talked a lot, or we haven't, if you ever need someone, you know, to reach out to, you can always reach out to me. I'm a very caring, giving, and kind-hearted person, and you know, I will listen to anybody. Sometimes if I'm talking too much, you can just say, hey, shut up, I need to talk, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, if you ever need somebody to reach out to, you can always reach out to me if you got nobody else. And yeah, just thanks to all of you for sticking it out. And I hope I've not just completely rambled. I probably should have wrote things down, you know, talking points and what to say, because I do ramble. You've probably noticed that by my videos. But yeah, so that's about it. And I'm getting ready to go to dinner with my husband. It was a year ago today that my husband asked me to marry him. So we're going out to celebrate. And I hope you all have a great night or day, whatever it is, you know, wherever you are in the world when you watch this. And thank you all again so much for your support. And you know, keep watching for what's coming up, because I've got some very, very cool projects coming up. So I will talk to you soon. Bye.